The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to McStabber Studios' special one-shot event of You Will Destroy Something Beautiful. This is an independent 200-word TTRPG, very simplistic system where you work collaboratively as a group to describe a beautiful thing, where it's located, and then the players are playing destroyers that have to describe who they are, why they are wanting to destroy the beautiful thing, and other details about themselves. I am your facilitator for this game, Relynn, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat. And tonight, I will be playing the beautiful thing that these destroyers are going to destroy. So, destroyers, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Olga, also known as Astro on Discord, and I'll be playing Nemesis.
You are muted.
Now? Hello again, my name is Philip. A lot of technical difficulties tonight, but still here. I'm gonna play Phil, just because I didn't think a name for my character. And glad to be here with you all.
I'm House, and I will be playing the Shepherd.
Very good. I had to make a note of these names because I'm basically noting all the stuff we collaborate together. All right. So to get started with this game, we have to basically answer some questions. Nemesis, Phil, and the Shepherd. You have come here to this place to destroy something beautiful. Tell me 4 things about this place. Shepherd, what's one thing about this place?
It is a desert that is comprised of glass and crystal, not sand.
Okay. Phil, what's another thing about this place? We now know it is a desert of glass and crystal.
The desert is filled with desks that has on top of them figurines made from that crystal, and lots and lots of drawing materials.
Okay. Nemesis, what's another thing about this place?
Muted.
You're muted, and so far we have a desert of glass and crystal, not sand. There are desks in this desert that have crystal figurines and drawing materials on them.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay. This place is not in the human world.
It is not in the human world, okay? And Shepherd, Phil, and Nemesis, what is the final thing about this place?
There is wind, but no temperature.
Do we agree that that is the final descriptor of this place?
Yes.
Wind, but no temperature.
Yes.
Very alien landscape you have developed. Okay, so this place is a desert made of glass and crystal, with desks that have crystal figurines and drawing materials on them. It's not in the human world. It has wind, but no temperature. Very good. Now, tell me 4 things about the beautiful thing you have come to destroy. Shepherd, go ahead and start.
In the midst of the desert, there is a dome, a clear dome.
Okay, there is a clear dome. Phil, tell me more about this beautiful thing. Is it within the dome, or is it the dome itself?
Dome is part of the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is an art piece connected on the dome.
Okay, so the dome is part of an art piece. Tell me a little bit more about this art piece. So it has the dome, and what else about it?
It's a mural.
It's a mural on the dome.
Mural, thank you.
Okay.
Which connects with the crystals around it.
Okay. Okay. And Nemesis, what's another thing about this beautiful thing? So we know it incorporates a clear dome, and it is a mural incorporating the crystal from the terrain around it.
It has a guardian.
Has a guardian. Okay. What do you think about the guardian being a crystalline golem? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then one last thing about this beautiful thing.
When you ping the crystal, it does not make the ringing sound you'd expect, but rather you hear voices.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, so this beautiful thing is an art piece in the middle of this landscape that incorporates a clear dome and crystal from the surrounding terrain. When you strike the crystal, it does not produce that ringing sound that crystal in the human world would. You hear voices, and it is guarded by a crystalline golem. Very good. Now, Nemesis, tell me, why have you come here, Destroyer?
I'm here to do my job, to protect people.
Okay. What has this beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
It drives people insane.
Why are you cruel?
Sometimes you gotta be cruel to protect the whole. To be cruel, sometimes you have to be cruel to one thing to protect the whole.
And last question. Who are you, Nemesis? And I don't mean your name.
I'm the protector of humanity.
Okay. Very good. All right. Phil, now it's your turn to answer those questions. So tell me, why have you come here, Destroyer?
Find this beautiful piece.
And what has this beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
So beautiful. I'm an artist. Nothing that I can do will ever amount to its beauty. So I need to destroy it.
So you're driven by jealousy. Okay. Why are you cruel?
That's an insane person. One of those that Nemesis needs to protect.
Okay. And who are you? You said you were
Megalomaniac artist.
You're a maniac artist. Okay.
Megalomaniac.
Okay, got you.
Megalomaniac.
Megalomaniac. Perfect. Okay. The shepherd. Why have you come here, Destroyer?
To retrieve my flock.
What has the beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
It's disrupted balance. Those that should be allowed to come home with me have been contained in the beautiful thing.
Okay. Why are you cruel?
Cruelty is in the eye of the beholder. But I guess when people look at me, all they see is death.
Who are you?
Gone by many names. Leader of the Danse Macabre. The Reaper. The Shepherd Home. Guider on the River Styx. But I think bringer of balance and the one who gives purpose to life is how I like to be called.
Okay. Very good. So, each of you are unique people that have been impacted by this beautiful thing. While it is alien and stunning to behold, it has harmed you or those you care about in some way. And you are now preparing to destroy it. You traverse again across this alien landscape. The three of you met along the path to get here. The journey was long and arduous. The crystal and glass under your feet, because this desert is not made of sand, crunches with each step. You pass desks filled with crystalline figures and artwork on them along the path towards this giant dome with a mural of crystal surrounding it. And there is a large, imposing golem guarding it. There's wind here, but no temperature. You see, under your feet and across the landscape before you, rainbows of colors from the glass and crystal being shifted in the wind. Why, there's even dunes in this desert from the wind that shimmer like rainbows. It is a little terrifying, quite beautiful. And if you were the weaker-willed sorts that tend to fall prey to this beautiful thing, you would be brought to your knees in tears. But not you, destroyers. You've come here with a purpose. Each of you. To stop the havoc this beautiful thing has wrought. Nemesis, you striving to protect those who have been driven insane by this object. Approach first. Roll your d6.
That's a 3.
You lash out your weapon. What is your weapon of choice?
It's a rifle.
Okay. You fire at the beautiful thing from a little bit of a distance. And before you can even fully squeeze the trigger, the golem steps in front of you and absorbs the shot. It looks at you with a completely impassive face, no expression whatsoever. And you hear this grinding rumble come from it. The voice it uses sounds like gears and glass shattering as it says, "You think you can protect people? Please, with this toy, you will mark off your first descriptor to protect people." As you lose this first little bit of yourself, you start to feel like maybe this was a mistake. And now we will go to Phil. You are the next to approach. You see Nemesis stopped from firing on it by the golem. You take this opportunity to rush the beautiful thing. How do you attack it? What is your weapon of choice?
Mallet and a chisel.
Okay, so you approach the crystalline incrustation on this dome to chisel away at it. Roll your d6.
5.
You got a 5. Because the Guardian is distracted by Nemesis at this moment, you succeed in chipping away a good bit. As a matter of fact, the crystal that surrounds the dome begins to crack and shatter, and it falls away, revealing the dome. But as you feel it falling away, you hear the voices, because every strike you made on that crystal, you heard the voices. And you heard your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers. And as they fell, you heard them all scream in unison. You will never forget that sound. So the beautiful thing has lost the mural of crystal around it. Shepherd, you see what has happened so far. Nemesis forging ahead before everyone, trying to protect everyone, and failing in their first attempt. Phil, the artist, actually leveled a good blow on it. But the consequences of those actions, well, you know what you are, and you know what he did. When you return from whence you came, things will be changed. What do you do to attack the beautiful thing?
From under the black robes, I take out a gnarly shepherd's crook, and I point it at the golem. And I say, there's only place for one wolf, and from the robes a cloud emerges, and a spectral hellhound goes and attacks the crystal golem.
Okay. Roll your d6.
It's a 4.
Okay, it is successful. Nemesis, as you are standing there, contemplating your purpose in this action, a shadowy form of a hellhound lunges at the golem that is there before you, preventing you further passage. And amongst crystalline rainbow sparkles and shadows swirling, you hear pure destruction. A shattering. And the shadows recede back to the shepherd, and at your feet is more sand made of crystal. The beautiful thing has lost its guardian. However, shepherd, you know this beautiful thing, even if you destroy it, will never really go away. And a new guardian will need to be there. And as you are left contemplating that knowledge, because you know that that is truth, we return to Nemesis. The way for you is now open. Have you gathered your wits back about you after seeing the Guardian destroyed?
Yep.
Fantastic. Are you going to use your rifle again, or are you going to do a different attack?
It's gonna be a different attack. They gonna take out the grenade and throw it into the thing.
Throw it at the dome.
Yeah.
Okay, roll your d6.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Poor Nemesis. Oh, honey. You pull the pin and go to throw it at the dome. But what happens is it bounces off of the convex surface and lands about halfway between you and it. You will remove drives people insane because you're starting to realize this beautiful thing has it out for you too. And it's making you go a little insane. Bill, you took your chisel and hammer and knocked away all the crystal that was surrounding the base of the dome. What are you doing now, after hearing your family's screams?
I change my tactic and I take out my brushes and paints and start painting to make something different, something more beautiful, something more fulfilling, something that will make the voices calm down.
Okay, you're going to roll your d6.
I'm gonna hang out with Nemesis right now. 3.
3. As you go to paint on the dome, you cross the remnants of that mural. It's now chunks of crystal that the wind is starting to blow and shift away. But as your feet come into contact with these screaming crystals, you have found the beautiful thing and know that you cannot improve upon it. Remove your first descriptor. Of to find this beautiful piece, because you have found the beauty within it. And it is madness. Shepherd, you have stood back and watched as Nemesis tried to throw a grenade at it and it landed not where she intended. You saw Phil go up with his paintbrush and paints to try to cover the dome with something else to change its purpose and failed. What will you do now?
See the shepherd's crook transform into a long, sickle-bladed scythe. And I hover over to the beautiful thing. I reel back, but rather than take a big swing, we'll take the very point of the scythe and tap it against what appears to be a weak spot in the crystal dome.
Okay. Roll your d6.
2.
Shepherd, you rear back as if to swing, but you think about it for a moment and decide, wait a minute, that looks like a flaw in the crystal. What if I tap that? And you apply light pressure from the tip of your sickle to that spot. You will remove your second descriptor. How this object has disturbed the balance. Because you realize that that wasn't a flaw in the crystal. That was an opening into its purpose. Your sickle is now stuck in the beautiful thing. Nemesis, this has not been going so well for you, darling.
Not at all.
I set myself up for you to destroy me. Come on.
I'm trying.
I know. All right. So you've shot at it, missed. The golem stopped you. The shepherd got rid of the golem for you. You throw a grenade. It bounces off and lands halfway and really messes you up. You're starting to lose your mind a little bit, hon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do now?
So Nemesis is like, okay, I am not going to give up and throw another grenade.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d6. Let's hope it's not a 3.
That's a 4.
Yay! We have a success. All right. Okay. So what happens is you rear back after you've pulled the pin and really launch this sucker. And it ends up catching on one of the facets of the crystal of the dome. And it explodes. Phil and the shepherd are within the area of impact. Crystal shards blow out. The shepherd's robes are torn. Phil's painting hand is cut. However, there is now a fissure in the beautiful thing. The voices in the crystal go silent. All you have left of this beautiful thing is the dome itself, and it is compromised.
Let's go.
Bill, your painting hand is useless at this point.
Ouch.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now that this dome is silent? You are no longer hearing the voices of your family. And you cannot paint it
I can't paint it.
with your
Not
blood.
from the outside, though. I'm gonna drop in the fissure the buckets with the paint, so it will
Oh, so it'll
blow in the
splash?
creases. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Got you. Roll your d6 and see if you're successful.
It's a splash attack.
It's a splash effect.
5.
Hi, you succeed. Yay! All right. As your paints splash inside this dome, the crystal continues to crack and crumble. It no longer reflects what dim light is in this place, because it is now covered by your paint. However, as it is crumbling to the sand of glass and crystal under it, you notice a small object peeking up from the ground. In the center, it is a new dome of crystal. Congratulations, destroyers. You have destroyed the beautiful thing. Now, Nemesis, what of you survived intact?
My sense of like duty that's still there, and yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still the protector.
Okay. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Phil, what of you survived intact?
Insanity, my megalomania, and I forgot the third one. I only lost my jealousy.
And your jealousy. So you are now insane, a megalomaniac, and jealous. You are no longer seeking beauty. Was it worth it?
How should I know? I'm insane.
Good answer. Shepherd,
Yes.
what of you survives intact?
Everything of myself remained the same. The only thing that changed was my understanding of what this beautiful thing was. I now know it is a tool and not an impediment to what I am trying to accomplish.
Very good. Was it worth it?
Most certainly. Because now I know I can use it
Mm-hmm.
and not fear it.
Who will be the guardian of this new, beautiful thing?
Me. I'm already in the dome.
And there you will stay as I watch over it.
This actually ran a lot shorter than I anticipated, but I will say I absolutely loved it. Do you guys want to take a break and maybe do another one?
That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Would that be good? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so we will take a break, and I know it's only been about 40 minutes roughly that we've been recording, but we're going to take a little break, let people get up, walk around, get a drink, bio break, and then we will be right back with another session of You Will Destroy Something Beautiful. And welcome back from break. We are now playing our second round of You Will Destroy Something Beautiful, so we will basically start the game over with new descriptors of a place, of the beautiful thing, and who these players are as destroyers. So again, I will be facilitator and playing the beautiful thing, basically giving consequences for actions during the combat. And I have Astro here. That's going to be one of our destroyers. Bill, who will be one of our destroyers, and House, who will be one of our destroyers. So, destroyers, you've come here to this place to destroy something beautiful. Astra, tell me something about this place.
It's a cave.
Cave. Okay. House, tell me something else about this place.
Running through the walls of the cave are veins of golds and jewels.
Okay. Bill, tell me something else about this place.
It's a kitchen.
Say what?
A kitchen.
A kitchen? In a
Full
cave.
kitchen.
A kitchen in a cave. Okay. All right. So we have this cave with gold and jewels, veins of this stuff running through the walls. And there's a kitchen here. Tell me, destroyers, one last thing about this place. Why would there be a kitchen here?
There's something that draws you to the tap. The distinct drip, drip, drip from the fountain.
Okay.
And there is a sweet smell out and also.
Okay, so we are a fountain. Okay. And there is an alluring drip noise and a pleasant smell. Okay. I would actually have to say the smell reminds each of you of home. Very warm and cozy. Now, that's the place. So is the fountain the beautiful thing? What is the beautiful thing? Tell me 4 things about it. Bill, you're going to start this time.
The beautiful thing, it's cakey.
Repeat that, please.
It's a cake
A cake.
with chocolate
Chocolate
and
cake.
fruits.
Okay. House, tell me something else about this cake.
Say it's placed right next to the fountain, as if you were given a choice of one or the other.
Okay. Placed next to the fountain. Like you have a choice. Astra, what's something else about this cake? What makes it so beautiful?
It has the image. It has the image of the demon, of a very beautiful demon queen.
Okay. And what is one last thing about this cake? It is a chocolate cake placed next to the fountain as if you have a choice to make. And on this cake is the image of a beautiful demon queen.
Chocolate runs through the fountain.
That's describing the fountain, not the cake.
Oh. Cake sits on a golden plate.
Do we agree with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay. It's on a golden platter. Okay, very good. So we now have the place where you have arrived, destroyers. It is a cave with the walls veined with gold and jewels. There is a fountain in the center of the cave. With an alluring drip from the liquid coming from the fountain. And it smells like home. Beside this fountain is a golden platter with a decadent and delicious-looking chocolate cake. It appears as if you have to make a choice between the fountain or the cake. But on this cake is a stunning demon queen, a beautiful woman. The likeness of her sits upon the top of this cake. House, why have you come here, Destroyer?
I've been here before, and I made the wrong choice. And I won't let anyone else make that mistake.
Okay. What has the beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
I was promised eternal youth by making the choice. But eternal youth only meant I did not die. It did not mean I did not grow old.
So the promise it made was a trick. Why are you cruel?
Because I made the wrong choice. I do not want anyone else to have a choice.
Bitterness. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who are you, Destroyer?
My name is Abraham. I lived during the revolution. I've come many, many miles in search of this place again.
How long have you been alive?
Feels like hundreds of years. I lose track. To myself.
Mm-hmm.
My old age.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Astra? Why have you come here, Destroyer?
Why? To destroy, of course.
To destroy? All right. What has this beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
So you see that image on the cake? Yeah, it's my sister and she's a bitch.
Oh, that is wonderful.
That is wonderful. Just a second. I realized my phone was on. Okay. And next question is, why are you cruel, Destroyer?
First of all, it's fun. Second of all, my sister is a bitch.
And who are you?
My name is Iris and I destroy things for fun, mostly.
So are you a demon as well?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, Phil, why have you come here, Destroyer?
Try out the beauty.
And what has the beautiful thing done in your eyes to deserve destruction?
Damn cake, you have to eat it. At some point.
Why are you cruel?
Because I want the recipe.
And who are you?
I'm the chef.
The chef. Okay. So, we have an immortal soldier who made the wrong choice last time and thought that eternal youth meant he would stay young and vibrant forever. Oh no, it just gave him immortality. He still aged. So he is now old and decrepit, and even though he won't die, he still ages. And he is hundreds of years old. Then we have a destroyer demon who's here to destroy the likeness of her sister on that fucking cake because her sister's a bitch. And we have a chef that wants to figure out the recipe to this cake that seems to give eternal life. You have traveled far, each of you, to get to this location. It's a secluded cave, practically in the middle of nowhere. No man's land. And you met each other on the path here. Probably didn't have much to say to each other. You all knew what you were coming to do. As you enter the cave and see gold and jewels lining the walls in veins. It is rustic, but beautiful. And the gems themselves seem to glow because the cave is not pitch dark as it should be. You can see very clearly. And there in the center of this cave is a fountain made out of the same stone as the walls, with jewels and gold veining through it. The water, or liquid, you're not sure if it's actually water. Who knows? Because it has this really weird smell. It makes you think of home. And each of you come from different homes, but it still smells like home to each of you. And the drip sound it makes as the water cascades down the fountain itself is so alluring it draws you to it. Beside the fountain, on a stone pedestal, there is a golden platter with a decadent and delicious-looking chocolate cake. It has gold flake on it, it has fruits and berries on it, it has wonderful decoration. It looks scrumptious. And on top of it is a figurine, a likeness of a beautiful woman, young, vivacious, everything you could dream of. Except for our destroyer demon there, because she knows that chick's a bitch. So, you have a choice to make. Do you destroy the fountain? Or do you destroy the cake?
The cake.
The cake? Okay. Who would like to attack the cake first? Okay, go for it. Roll your d6. Tell me what you're going to do, and then roll your d6.
I take my hand with my long nails and I just swipe at the cake.
All right, so you swipe at the cake. Go ahead and roll your d6.
That's a 1.
You see this enraged woman who looks an awful lot like the woman on the cake. Swipe at the cake, and it's like a wiffle arm of doom. It completely misses. So, I want you to tell me, Astro, what are you going to remove from your list of descriptors? I'll let you choose this round.
I'm going to remove the "Why are you cruel?"
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, as she stops and she suddenly starts to say, "Why am I even doing this?"
Okay, I got you. All right, perfect. And that shows that you have been diminished a little bit. All that rage and stuff you felt that was driving you to cruelly destroy this cake that your sister placed in this location. That fire is starting to ebb out a bit. Very good. Who would like to go next at trying to destroy this cake?
I can.
Okay, go for it. Abraham?
Seeing that she missed it, I will pull out an old flintlock pistol with my old arm, take aim, and
Okay, roll your d6.
deuces.
Okay, this round may go a little longer because we are getting misses this time. Okay, so cross an item off your list of descriptors. Tell me which one you will, and tell me how you are diminished.
Entering this cave brings back an overload of memories. So much so to the point that I forget who I am, and all that I'm left with is my anger and bitterness towards the cake.
So you lose your name? Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, Phil. Chef. You have seen one try to swipe at it and miss, and now they're kind of shying back a little bit from the cake. And then you saw this really old guy take out this super antique pistol and fire, and it missed. And now he's just kind of looking a little lost. What are you going to do to destroy this cake?
To remind the people that one of us wants to eat this thing. So don't play with your hands and your toys on that thing. I take out my spatula and my knife and I try to carve a piece for me to try.
Okay, so roll your d6 and see if you can cut this cake.
3.
You go to cut into this cake, and the figurine looks at you with a very sultry look and winks. And you cannot bring your knife to cut it.
Yeah.
So, cross off one thing from your list. Decide what you are going to cross off. And tell me how you are diminished by losing that part of yourself.
I'm gonna remove the Why You Are Cruel, which is recipe for me.
Okay. You no longer want the recipe. Well, how does that change you?
Used. I have mixed feelings because I want to try the beauty, and now the beauty just winked at me. At the same time, I want to eat the cake, which is the beauty. And at the same time, I'm a damn chef. So, good luck, people.
All right. So, 3 of you have tried to harm this cake in some way. And 3 of you have failed so far. Who's going to try next?
I can.
Okay, go for it. Tell me what
Yeah.
you're going to do and then roll your d6.
It's the same as.
You're going to keep
before.
swiping at it?
Yep.
Okay. Then roll your d6 and see if you connect.
2.
Again, you swipe and miss. And legit, the figurine on the cake starts laughing at you. And you hear your sister's voice in your head. Please, I was the first daughter. You can't even dare harm me. So, decide what you're going to remove from your list of descriptors and tell me how that diminishes you.
I am going to remove the last one, the who are you one.
So you will lose your name and purpose. You are
Yeah.
no longer Iris, the destroyer demon. Okay. Who's going next?
AI?
Okay, go for it. So now what are you going to do with your confused mixed emotions about this cake and this beautiful figure on the cake?
I'm gonna take it to the 100. I'm taking out again my knife and I climb the cake so I can carve. Or no. No cake, no knives, no nothing. I climb on the cake and I start to bite a piece out of the beautiful lady.
So you're going to try to bite the figure, not the cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can do that. Roll a d6 for me.
6.
Okay. When you lean in to bite this figure, now this cake is large. The figure is not human-sized, but it's a pretty significant size too. You lean in to bite this figure. And she's making this really coy grin at you, like she's just been waiting for this. You do bite her. And when you do, a viscous, vile blood flows into your mouth. And you start to retch all over the cave. But we will take one thing off of the beautiful thing. The golden platter is now covered in a vile, viscous, black blood. It is no longer gold in appearance. All right. So, Abraham, what are you doing?
There are too many people close to it, so to take another shot or take a swing at it seems impractical. So I will take the kerosene lantern that I'd been carrying with me and a flask of the strong stuff, pour it on the ground, and break the lantern over it.
Okay, so you're going to try to burn it from the pedestal up.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Just burn the whole place down.
Burn the whole place down. Okay, so we're going to try to burn the whole place down. Let's hope you don't burn everyone else in the room. Okay, let's roll a d6 and see what you do. In your feeble movements to do this, the strong stuff forms a puddle at your own feet. Doesn't get anywhere near the cake. And you drop the lantern before you can stop yourself because your hands are so weak. Age has really gotten to them and the arthritis is bad. You can barely grip anything anymore. And you burn yourself. Your feet and ankles, all the way up to mid-calf, are now burned and will scar.
But I don't feel it.
You don't feel it. You're so old, your nerves are shot.
And I still have the power of the cake.
And you still have the power of the cake. But you will now bear burn scars on your lower body. So, pick something.
I'm going to remove why I am cruel.
Okay.
Bitterness goes. and just single purpose. I cannot recall who I am and why I'm doing it. Just that
Just that you're doing it. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I like that. Oh, poor Abraham. He lost his name, lost his purpose. Barely anything left of you now. All right. So we have a cake with a beautiful woman figurine on top. And the platter it was sitting on this pedestal is now covered in black, viscous blood. Who's going to do something next? Go for it.
This time I'm gonna summon a swarm of bats to to attack the cake.
Okay, roll your d6 and let's see if these bats come to your call. You summon the swarm of bats, but they don't swarm the cake. They swarm you. And they rip and tear at you. And you are now scratched, marked, and bleeding. And you have the same black blood. Remove something from your list of things.
Yeah, I'm going to remove what has this thing done.
Okay.
As like she doesn't remember like who she is, why she's here, and is she really such a bitch though?
The only thing that you now know is that you just want to destroy it.
Yep.
That's all you know now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are down to one thing left. I'm liking this round. This round's fun. All right, who goes next? Go for it. Go for it.
So I pick up the berries and the whatnots that decor the cake, and I try to put a little bit from the chocolate of the demon on the berry and eat it.
Okay, so the blood that is leaking from this demon you're seeing as chocolate, and you're going to try to eat some of the blood with the berries. Roll your d6 and let's see if you succeed in removing the decorations from this cake and eating them.
6!
You do it. You do it. You have cleared most of the beautiful fruit from this cake that was gilded with gold flake. Absolutely stunning decoration. And you dip it in the black ichor and ingest it. And as you do, the figure looks at you and smiles and says, "That's right. You're the next one." And for the beautiful thing, we're going to remove that it is basically a choice between it or the fountain, because the choice has been made. So, the ancient man formerly known as Abraham, what are you going to do now?
I cannot do much. My legs are burnt, so I crawl over and I just attempt to knock whatever is in the chef's hand out of it in hopes that it will smash on the floor.
Okay. Roll your d6 and let's see if you succeed. You crawl over to the chef You do get that far. And then as you reach up to try to swipe at him from the ground where you are, because you are prone, you miss, and when your arm makes impact with the hard rock you are on, your hand shatters. Remove a descriptor.
I'm going to remove why it deserves to be destroyed.
Okay.
That has left my memory. All I know is that I came here
To destroy it. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know why. You don't remember who you are or what even happened anymore. Okay. We have 2 destroyers that are each down to 1 descriptor left. The beautiful thing still has 2. The chef has how many? 3. He is the most intact of all of you. So, need to mark off that one. There we go. All right. So, who's going to do something next? Go for it, sister.
She's gonna try to kick the cake.
Okay. Roll your d6 and let's see if you connect.
6.
Okay. So you actually, in just this moment of knowing that you have to destroy this thing, you know that that's your sister. You don't remember who or what you are anymore, but you know you have to do that. You kick the cake over. However, the chef who has just ingested your sister's blood lashes out at you for doing that. He has a knife in his hand.
Oops.
It cuts your cheek.
Spatula.
So you will be scarred from this action. But the figure of the Demon Queen is laughing as it falls to the stone floor. The figure does not break. However, the cake does get destroyed. So now you have a figurine of the Demon Queen still left to deal with.
May I take my turn?
Yes, you may.
I'm 1 broken hand, 2 burnt legs. I just want to reach out, grab the figurine in 1 hand, and just try and drown it
In the
in the
fountain?
fountain.
Okay, let's roll a d6 and see if you can do that.
I cannot. I rolled a 2.
Okay. Your roles have been so narratively appropriate for this
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm not even mad.
You pick up the figurine and you see this beautiful woman that you saw so long ago. Something in your mind reminds you that you did this so long ago because you fell in love with her. Maybe it was a trick, but it sure felt real enough to you. And she just smiles at you warmly and says, "I've missed you. I'm glad you came back." And you are now enthralled to this Demon Queen.
Sounds right.
Tell me how.
I just keep looking. I press her to my chest. Like, I will protect you. And I will get up, struggling through whatever muscle damage and whatnot. And, I think getting up at this point is the biggest act of strength he has right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, you may no longer attack.
But I have.
You have it guarded now. You are trying to protect her. And you are immortal. Not unbreakable, but immortal.
Right.
All right. So who's going next? Go for it.
I take out 2 syringes filled with chocolate, and I start pumping the cake with chocolate.
Okay, so you're going to try to repair the cake with chocolate?
Gonna repair it? Is it
Because the cake basically is in pieces on the ground.
Ah, sorry, I
kicked
didn't
it.
understand that.
Yeah, she kicked the demon sister kicked it. So the only thing left now is this figurine of the demon queen that the old man is now holding
Okay.
close to his chest.
I jump then on the old man, and I'm just trying to smear myself on the chocolate of the...
The figurine
Of the
isn't
figurine.
chocolate. The figurine isn't chocolate.
What is that?
It's
Just
like
figurine.
it's a figurine,
Like on a wedding cake.
like on a wedding cake.
Ah, sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. But no, so
then I bite
but if
again.
you're trying to smother the figurine with chocolate because you have these like syringes of chocolate, we can go with
Okay.
that. Okay.
Okay,
So
let's go
roll
with that.
roll your d6 and let's see if you succeed.
Ugh.
Hoo-hoo!
Yeah, no. You legit try to get to this figurine with these syringes of chocolate to smother it. And that old man, you've never seen anything like it. You cannot break his grip enough to get that chocolate on that figurine. You would have never thought something as frail and fragile looking as that could be that strong. You will remove one of your descriptors.
I think I'm gonna remove the
They have to
the
eat,
cake.
to eat the cake. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, because it's now in pieces on the floor.
she kicked it. I mean, who wants to eat that? I told you before. Someone wants to eat that thing. Don't be like that.
All right. So now, the demon's sister. What are you going to do?
So I'm gonna try to summon the swarm of wasps
Oh,
to get the old man all,
to have him release the figurine.
Yeah.
Okay, to sting him to try to make him release it.
Yeah.
All right, roll your d6.
Our old man.
That's a 1.
Oh, sorry, Phil, you're about to be really outnumbered here. All right. So, the demon, formerly known as Iris the Destroyer, sister of the Demon Queen, summons a swarm of wasps with the intent of attacking the old man holding the figurine of her sister. Because she knows that that is not a figurine, that that is actually her sister. And all she knows is that she wants to destroy her sister. However, these wasps, because of everything that has happened in this cave, are disoriented. They're getting conflicting signals. They do not attack the old man. They attack the chef. And you become enthralled to the figurine, to your sister. You remove the last of your descriptors. It is your job now to protect her.
Yep. So she basically starts sort of like, at first she starts frantically apologizing to the figurine, to the sister, and then after she's done apologizing, she just stands in front of the old man and
She's like, I am the bulwark. You are not getting to him unless you go through me. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, the old man and the demon are now protecting the figurine of the demon queen. Phil, you now have been
Trade.
betrayed. You thought
cake was light.
all of you were coming here for the same purpose. Yes, yours was a little selfish. You wanted to try to get the recipe for the cake that gave eternal life. But you've decided you don't really want the recipe anymore. You don't want to eat the cake. You already got the better part of it. You got her blood. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna take one of the torches, cooking torches,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to turn them into a caramel.
Okay, so who are you attacking?
Who's holding the figurine?
That would be Abraham, the old man. Okay,
Old
so
man?
roll your d6 and
Gonna
let
be
me
with
know.
death. 6!
Ooh.
It's amazing, either 1 or 6.
Abraham, you see this chef coming at you with a cooking torch, a butane torch. You've just been burned by your own actions. The demon in front of you actually shies away from the fire, leaving you open. And in your current state, you really just want to protect her. All you can think to do is to spread your arms out to try to keep her away from the fire. But because you are old and frail, you move her away. It's slow. And the figurine catches on fire in your hands. The figurine screams, yells curses amongst all of you, and melts in your hand. The chef has destroyed the demon queen. The beautiful thing has been destroyed. But there are now 2 enthralled beings in this cave who just wanted to protect her. We are going to conclude our game here, but I will say, I don't think the chef gets out alive. Now, chef, you had to try out the beauty and who you are left.
Yes.
You lost a lot in this process. You lost your desire, your drive, your ambition. Was it worth it?
Hell no.
No. And of course, the other player players lost everything and became enthralled. Did you guys have fun playing this little game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Very different games.
Yeah, it is. It's a very different game. I read it and I'm like, okay, that sounds brilliant. It's a brief little game, but it's such a great little collaborative project to do. I'm like, this is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Even just from the two we've done, the two we did, they were very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, every story can be unique with this simple 200-word RPG. I am going to post in our Discord where you can find this RPG if you would like to run it yourself with some friends. You play it with one facilitator and between 1 to 3 players. Very simple game. And you just go around, decide how to describe things. You keep a list of the descriptors. And then as combat happens, you mark off things from each list that it applies to. So, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you to my players for playing this game with me today. Really appreciate you. We have some from overseas with us, and so this is starting to get late for them, and we're going to go ahead and wrap it here. But do join us on Discord, where we actually cast our games that we stream from there. We have a room on our Discord called the Casting Couch, and all these players responded to my posting there to play this game. Also, coming up over the week, we have on Saturday, we actually have the return of Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That is run by the amazing Tiss, and she is bringing back the cult stuff. So it's set in Victorian London, and these investigators that are trying to solve all this mysterious stuff going on have already started going insane. So do join the madness with us on Saturday. On Sunday, we have Windy City After Dark at 5 p.m. Eastern. That is our Vampire V5 stream set in the Chicago by Night V5 system. We play that. We are on season 3 right now, and things are going crazy. Legit crazy. I don't even know what's coming up in the next episode because we haven't recorded it yet, but once we do, trust me, it's going to be crazy because this is our like Empire Strikes Back season for Windy City, and it's like nonstop tension and drama. It's crazy. So join us at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for that. And then on Tuesday, we have Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition at 8 p.m. Eastern, run by Ravenna. She's running a game with a full pack of 5 players in 1996 Cody, Wyoming. Basically the last bastion of the wild frontier right there. And it's already insane. Absolutely insane. We had our premiere, and now we're coming up on, and let me see, when this streams, it'll be episode 3 coming up on Tuesday. I don't know what's going to happen in episode 2 that just streamed yesterday. So we will see, but it's crazy already. Trust me. There was legit lupus werewolves, like being antagonistic to each other in a car, one like just laying all over the other one. It was insane. It's crazy stuff. So join us over the week for great TTRPG content. Also, if you like what we're doing here, give us a follow here on Twitch or a subscribe. You can actually get a free subscription through Prime that you may want to apply to us. If you enjoy the role play that you saw with these players, consider either donating a donation or giving some bits. We actually give our bits to our players at our table. I do not get any of the bits. Subs go to the channel, bits go to the players. So if you like what they did, show your biddies for us. Seriously, buy them a coffee, buy them a lunch. There you go. And also, if you want to see back content, check out our YouTube channels. They are over in chat for you. And we also have a list of friends in our chat right now that you can go check out for great TTRPG content. Also, Astro, you do some streaming, don't you?
Yes, I do some streaming on on Wednesday early morning Eastern time, and on Friday late night Eastern time. It's at Medieval Gangland.
I will make sure that we post a link to that in our Twitch chat when this streams, so that people can go give you a follow as well. I actually have tuned into some of her streams and they're fantastic. So sometimes she likes to write, and I love seeing her doing her writing process there. But yes, so basically, join our friends. We have merch for our various ongoing chronicles available. Check out our merch store over at Zazzle. And another thing that we are big promoters here of at McStabber Studios is mental health. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. If you or anyone you care about is struggling, be there for them. Talk to them. Reach out to them. Or if you haven't talked to someone in a while, reach out to them, because you never know what they're going through and they may need to hear your voice. If you are having issues that you really are just struggling too hard with, check out the resources we are now posting in chat, because those are great emergency helplines for various situations where you might be in crisis over. There's also a link for international folks. That way, if you need help and resources in a country outside of the U.S., you can click that link and look it up by country there, and you can find the resources at your disposal. And also, I'm Mama McStabber. I'm your friendly mean nurse. If you haven't gotten your COVID vaccine and you are able to get your COVID vaccine, what the hell are you waiting for? Give a shit, get a shot. For real. Because we need to take care of each other, and the way we do that is by taking care of ourselves. So go get your COVID shot. Love y'all so much. Thank you for joining us, and y'all have a wonderful evening.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.